Ethiopia and Turkey have a long history of ties stretching hundreds of years. The Ottoman Empire opened consulates in Hara in the east of Ethiopia in the early 1900s, and later in 1912 in Addis Ababa. And in 1959 Ethiopia opened its embassy in Ankara. Since then, and more particularly since more recent years, the countries' bilateral ties have been strengthened. Their ties have been broad and covered a number of areas of mutual interest, especially trade and investment.
Ethiopian economic and business relations, as in one word, as excellent. I say excellent because when I look at the history of our economic relations, in the year 2003 there were only one or two companies, Turkish companies, working here in Ethiopia, whereas now we have over 300 companies which are registered in Ethiopia, and half of them are actively working in Ethiopia.
The robust diplomatic and economic cooperation between Ethiopia and Turkey is serving as a fertile ground for the growing involvement of Turkish businesses in Ethiopia. Ethiopia has been working aggressively to realize its plan of attaining middle-income status through its agricultural development-led industrialization policy. To achieve this target, the government has formulated viable policies and strategies. The policy gives particular attention to the manufacturing sector. There is also an attendant-friendly business environment to vitalize the private sector.
Ethiopia is a great place to invest and do business. It is apparent that we are pursuing pragmatic and conducive policies that have set out efforts toward the right path for economic and social development. And notably, my government continues to recognize Turkish investors as key partners in this endeavor.
Due to the keen attention it has given the sector, in 2013 Ethiopia managed to be the third largest recipient of foreign direct investment in Africa. The growth registered represents a spectacular 240% increase from the 2012 figures. A report by the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development stated that the foreign direct investment flow to the country has reached $953 million in 2014. This is a significant leap from the $279 million obtained in 2013. China, Turkey and India have the major share in Ethiopia's light manufacturing industry. This is an obvious proof that the country has become a preferred destination for international investment.
Büyüme, değişim planı GDP ile ilgili olarak zaten bu noktada bizim girişimcilerimiz.
Ethiopia is a large country with huge potential for textile and garment. We understand that the textile sector is important for this country. Hydropower is another resource of Ethiopia. Turkish companies investing in this country are making use of these ample resources.
Ethiopia is a wonderful, environment. It's a wonderful investment destination at the moment. Investors naturally see peace and security among others. Beautiful weather, hard-working people, and the level of economic development we are in enables them to get very cheap labor in Ethiopia.
We have a lot of interventions, to attract foreign direct investment to Ethiopia. In fact, as a government, even though we give focus to domestic investors, primarily we want foreign direct investment to accelerate our industrialization process to reach what we call the middle income country. And as part of this process, with GTP2, now the top focus will be attraction of quality investors.
At present, the flow of Turkish investment into Ethiopia's manufacturing sector is growing. There are now 300 Turkish companies investing in the country, and several others are in the process of joining in. The country's dependable peace and security, the fast-growing economy, the promising FDI policies and The abundant labour are the foremost factors that have enabled Ethiopia to attract foreign investment continuously.
With many Turkish first-generation industries in areas such as textile and garment and light manufacturing, feeling the heat back home as a result of steadily increasing labour costs, Ethiopia represents an ideal destination to relocate those industries or to start similar industries afresh by capitalizing on the abundance of cheap and easily trainable semi-skilled labour and reasonable cost of electricity.
The Turkish ambassador, Osman Riza Yavuz Alp, is confident that with the vibrant relationship of the two countries in place, many more Turkish investors will keep coming to Ethiopia.
The Turkish business people are more and more interested in coming to Ethiopia. They also know that Ethiopia is the rising star of Africa. This is the capital of the African Union, and this is a very important country in Africa. Plus, if you add to all this the warm welcome that we receive by the Ethiopian government, which facilitates, of course, foreign investment, but in that case, of course, Turkish investors, then all the ingredients, all the possibilities are there for more Turkish people to come. And I can say very confidently that this good number that we have today will increase. We will have more and more Turkish business people who will come to Ethiopia and who will try to find out if they can invest here.
The signing of various memoranda of understanding between Ethiopia and Turkey is another reason that has intensified their trade and investment cooperation. Currently, Turkish investors with over $3 billion capital are engaged in such areas as garment and textile, construction, power cable production and manufacturing. ICA Addis, Saigon Dima, BMET, MNS and OYAP Ethio Industry and Trading are some of the Turkish businesses operating in Ethiopia. The Turkish BMET power cable factory is located in Sabata town of the state of Oromia. It produces cables in various designs and sizes. Factory Deputy General Manager Junedin Basha believes that the promising investment climate of Ethiopia has helped the giant cable factory expand its business.
The labor payment in relation to the other is also very good. The other is a location of Ethiopia also for export. We are at the needle of Djibouti here, at the edge of Africa, for Asia, and to Africa also we can do it. So because of that, and it's also very pioneer to Turkey itself.
BMET sells its cables to Ethio Telecom, Ethiopian Electric Power and housing agencies. In addition to supplying the local market, the factory has plans to export its products to different countries. Another Turkish factory, MNS Textile and Furniture, is found in Legetafo, a borough of Addis Ababa. Tesfahun Sahana relates how Ethiopia has evolved to be a desirable investment destination.
The peaceful and conducive political environment which is prevalent in the country, the availability of cheap electric power as compared to European countries. The other reason, the government allows all investors to import their capital goods like construction materials, machineries and equipments, everything duty-free.
The factory produces textiles, towels, carpets and springs. Its major products are supplied to the local market and exported to countries like Germany, Norway, England, the Middle East and the US. OYAP Ethio Industry and Trading PLC operates in the Buraru area west of Addis Ababa. The area is part of the Tartek Industry Zone. The company produces PVC windows, doors and partition systems, PPRC pipes, rubber gasket, double glazing and reinforcement metal for PVC system ceilings. Currently, it enjoys a big market in Ethiopia and Africa.
It is much more enough for Africa. The technology we are using, as you see, it's all brand new machineries, and we use Turkish and German technology. We are trying to be selective on machinery choices, and we feel that we are successful till to this point. What we have on our hand is almost same standards with the factories in Germany, the factories in Turkey, maybe a little bit more.
Considering the significant engagement of Turkish companies in Ethiopia, it is easy to see that there is a growing trade and investment link. The strength of the link is self-evident, as the bilateral trade volume has quadrupled from $110 million in 2011 to $550 million in 2013.
Starting from getting permission, getting land, other process, importing all the raw materials, workers' side. So the federal government, like industry ministry, like finance ministry, like land revenue, like Oromia regional state, like Sabata zone here, all are really cooperative.
Yes, we have got a lot of incentive package from government with regard to supporting the foreign direct investment. Capital goods, which are worth a lot, are imported without any duty and tax. The other privilege we have got from the government is that we secured 80,000 meters square of land without lease bid. When you go on operational and when you start earning profit, you will not pay profit tax for a minimum of 4 years. And if you export more than 60% of your products, this tax holiday will extend to 6 years. This is another incentive.
We are very happy with the support of government, because as a foreign investor, first you should feel good. You should feel comfortable, and we are comfortable. They make us feel comfortable. First we came here like 9 years before. We didn't have that much difficulty. We didn't have any problem till now. Of course, some small problems occurs in everywhere, every countries. But whenever we need support, once we ask them, we are having a quick feedback, quick answer, quick response, and it makes all the road clear. So that is enough for us.
One of the important contributions of such huge ventures is job creation, apart from technology and knowledge transfer to Ethiopia.
የ2006 ከባህር ዳር ዩኒቨርሲቲ ቴክስታይል ኢንጂነር ተመራቂ ነኝ እና አሁን የምሰራበት ራሴ ታወል ዲዛይነር ነው።
I graduated last year from Bahar Dar University in textile engineering. Now I am a towel designer. I am learning designing techniques from senior designers. I have also benefited from acquiring knowledge and technology.
I am working here, I support my family and I support myself also. So economically can support and knowledge can be transferred from Turkish people to us.
Here in this factory I got more experience and practical, deeply practical, for example installation, maintenance.
I have been working here since 8 months now as head of weaving production. Previously, I worked at Kombolcha Textile Factory, which helped me operate various machines and apply technologies here. My current engagement has helped me boost my knowledge on textile production.
Turkish Minister of Economy Nihat Zeybekci, who attended the Ethio-Turkish Investment Forum held in 2014, says many investors from his country are coming to Ethiopia with their technology.
The companies who are investing in Ethiopia, they are bringing the employment, they are bringing the technology. They are bringing here here is the new sectors, which is very good for the Ethiopian traditions. Let's say for agriculture is very important in Ethiopia. Cotton production is very important. Producing the cotton is then the Ethiopia shouldn't sell the cotton as a raw to the world. It must be yarn, it must be woven, it must be confection, and it must be a fashion of Ethiopia to the world market. Turkey is bringing this. Turkish investments is bringing this. Turkey is bringing here the technology.
We will be working very hard with Turkish investors and government in terms of infrastructure development, in electricity, and as well as railways construction. I think in the future also the Turkish government will be part of GTP2, our Growth and Transformation Plan 2.
Ambassador of Turkey, Osman Riza Yavuz Alp, is duty-bound to get more and more Turkish businesspersons to come to Ethiopia and enjoy the returns of the friendly business atmosphere.
We have a very hospitable government here who's welcoming us. And at the same time, Ethiopia is one of the African countries with a bright future. So it is time to invest here. It is time to form joint ventures here in Ethiopia. And it is also time to come here and work perhaps closely with the Ethiopian people. For me, this is important not just for economic reasons, but also for human-to-human reasons.
Ethiopia is a land of numerous opportunities for investors coming from all over the world. The country offers skilled labour, abundant natural resources, good weather, reliable peace and political stability as alluring features.